Day 3. You ready? I did. Sheets are folded. Alright, so here we go. This is day 3, or the second day of interpreting. Oh, it was a little bit tough this morning because last night I got, I think, somewhere between 2 and 3 hours of sleep. I mean, I came back to the hotel room in good time, but I just could not fall asleep. I think it was because partly I took a nap earlier in the day and I just could not fall asleep, and then had to wake up at 5 this morning. Oh gosh, when my mom hears this, she's gonna call me right away. I'm telling you, when my mom sees this video, she's gonna stop it right at this part, and then she's gonna call me and then ask and fuss about why I didn't get enough sleep and this and that. Love you too, Mom. Now, Mom played a big part in me learning about the Korean language, learning about Korean culture, and essentially becoming an interpreter. You know, she was adopted from Korea, about 2 years old, and grew up in the States. So my mother doesn't speak, so I didn't grow up speaking. But when we were growing up, both my sister and I, she would always impress upon us, you have to learn the language, you have to learn the culture, you have to know where you're from, you have to know your background, and all of this. I mean, it was so much so that when we were growing up, we would be eating soul food like cabbage greens and cornbread, and she would give us chopsticks to eat soul food with. And we're like, Mom, what do you, and she's like, no, eat it, here, take it with chopsticks. You have to learn how to use chopsticks. So, you know, growing up, it was instances like that that really impressed upon us. And, you know, after I graduated from high school, that's when I started studying Korean. So I started around 18 years old. And I started and I never looked back. And this is what I'm doing today. But if you saw the videos of me earlier in the morning, if that happens, if for whatever reason I can't get my sleep, then I just do a little bit more meditation than I usually do in the morning. Every morning, at least like 30 minutes. So today I did a little bit more, and I feel much better, calm, feel rested. Today we're gonna take care of business, no problem. So the type of meditation I do, if you're curious, it's an African meditation called Ka'atibi. So that's every morning. That's what clears the mind, makes me calm, gets me ready for the day. All right, I'll see you in the booth. This place is huge. All right, so now I'm in the booth. I was talking about how tired I was earlier. Once you get in the booth, your adrenaline hits and you just soar. So, yeah. What did I do? After coming here, just went and greeted everyone, talked to each of the interpreters that I saw. You know, life is about people. Life is about people. Even if you have good skills, if you're excellent at what you do, if you have a bad personality, people don't like you, you don't get along with people, people are not going to be looking to hire you. So I'm always looking to build relationships with people, you know, get to know more people, and you know, just see the world. So anyway, we're about to get started here, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off. 그리고 해외 비즈니스를 미국으로 가져오고, 그래서 그런 제조 관련 일자리를 지역적으로 우리가 활동해야 한다고 생각합니다. 그 격차 우리가 채워야 한다고 생각합니다. 그 능력이 없는 노동자하고 그 대학교의 학위를 가지는 사람 사이에 있는 그 격차를 채워야 한다고 생각합니다.
직접 만나뵙게 돼서 감사하고요. 그리고 제 동료들 레반도 장관님 그리고 이제 상무부
While I'm here, I just wanted to, show you guys a little bit more about the consoles that we use here in the booth. So this is an interpreter console, and if you look on the console itself, you have the floor and then these different numbers, and each number is a language. So here you have English, you have Arabic, Chinese, French, German, Korean. Ours is number 7. You can see how there's a box around it. So you want to make sure that your language is selected. And then also here's the volume button. And then here is the speaking button. So right now it's not activated. When you press this button, it becomes red. And when it's red, it's activated. So now when I speak into this microphone here, then all of my words are then going into the headsets, or excuse me, to the receivers. So when you click this off, then it's no longer active or live. And then, there's a mute button if you have to cough for a second, or you just want to mute for a quick second, you press it and then let go. So that's it. It's pretty simple, right? It's a simple setup. Oh, one part I forgot is that here you have the headphones. You have the headphones on, and as you have the headphones on, that's your feed into the audio, the stage audio or the speaker's audio. So you wear your headphones, and then you turn this on, and then you go ahead and take care of business. So yeah, this is the interpreting console.
아까 말씀드린 것처럼 저희는 미국 거.
Oh boy, the consoles just went out for all of the booths, it looked like. So I just ran up and told the tech professional, and he's working on it. We'll see what happens. Okay, your console's out? All right. Your console's out? You're out? Everyone's console is still out.
So what's happened right now, we're in the booth, we're interpreting. I'm with my partner, she's interpreting. All of a sudden, the console shuts off. The display with all the languages on it, gone. The red, button to show that we're interpreting live, gone. There's nothing there. Immediately, when I see that happens, I pop up out of my seat, and then I go towards the audio guy. Because when that happens, it means that no interpretation is going to the receivers. So the audience can't hear anything. They don't hear Korean, they don't hear Arabic, they don't hear Vietnamese, Chinese, they don't hear any of the languages, no French. So I pop up out of my seat, and then I go to the audio guy, and along the way, I'm checking with the other interpreters to see if their consoles are off as well. Everybody's off. So once I get to the audio guy, I said, look, everyone's consoles just shut off. And he's like, man, whatever, get out of here. He didn't believe me because he's good at what he does, and he couldn't believe that something like this would happen. I don't know exactly what happened, but he didn't believe me at first. And I said, no, I'm serious. Everyone's console shut off. He says, what? So he gets up. I promise you, within 1 minute, he has everyone's consoles back on. Finish. It was like nothing happened. And everyone is back to interpreting again. And no other issues throughout the day. Within 1 minute, this guy is good. So, as an interpreter, you always want a good audio team working together with you, because we work hand in hand. The guys that set up the booths, the guys that set up all of the interpretation equipment, you want a good team. And that's what we had.
All right, that's it. We are done with day 2. Everyone is going to grab something to eat. I think I'm just gonna eat real quick and then rest. But man, what a day. Today, we've been interpreting nonstop, and there are a lot of big names in the speakers. Anthony Blinken from the State Department. We have the Department of Labor out here. So there are a lot of big names. Man, I don't know if I ever expected to be doing events like this, but it's kind of cool. So I'm gonna go eat and then lay down, get my rest in, and I'll see you guys.